Hi, I'm Chloe Groth and I am doing the final video reflection for Management 3400. So the first question is, what aspect of the course has been the most impactful and why? So I would say the biggest aspect to me was Unit 2, which was building the career toolkit, because it connected to doing your cover letter and resume and all the strategies revolving around that and its importance. So I also wanted to highlight the mock job application and the package that we were asked to do, as well as the hiring simulation assignment. So I found that this assignment was a great way to also understand the content that we learned. So to start off with dissecting the job ad, finding those 8 keywords for the assignment was a great way for me to understand a lot about the job and the company, and also get my head thinking about how I can use these keywords to compare myself to the job ad in my cover letter and my resume. And I learned a lot from Unit 2, and I find that it really helped me connect it to my everyday life and understand it even further. So that was amazing. I used all this knowledge in my cover letter and my resume, and I found that the videos were really helpful as well throughout the content. So that being the art of the cover letter, for example. I also find that practice makes perfect, and I loved an opportunity to practice my cover letter and my resume while getting some feedback. Also, I found that comparing my own work to the rubric that we were going to be marking against was really eye-opening, because it made me realize that hiring managers will have something like this to grade me off of, and sometimes you just kind of forget that when you're doing your cover letter and your job application. So it's kind of, every time you do one, you need to think, what are they going to compare me to? And it was important to realize that, in my opinion. The hiring simulation also was great because it really showed me how connected your work needs to be to the job ad and to the company and their values and things like that. So using keywords, for example, is a great way to do this, and I'm so glad that I was able to learn this and even see it through others' applications, and kind of learning what to do, what not to do, by grading others. So for example, I think everyone did great and their marks reflected their their abilities, but also I found a highlight throughout a few applications of people talking down on themselves because maybe they don't have the skills yet, because we are still in school. And I realized that it's better to kind of say, I'm excited to finish schooling to be able to do this, or I'm working towards my human resources designation, and kind of make it sound more eager. So I realized also a few things in there about maybe do's and don'ts, which was really cool. And also I thought overall this was great prep for an interview, so I'll definitely ensure to kind of do this whole process individually to be able to be prepared for a future interview with a company after. The next question is, what is one goal I have related to my career that I will work on after this course? So this kind of connects to my first goal that I picked through the first discussion assignment, which is having a human resources position for a future co-op of mine. And I'm going to add on to this a little bit by making it having a human resources job lined up for when I graduate as well, or at least for after I complete my CHRL human resources designation. So my goal, follows the SMART goal outlined. So for S, it is specific, because I know I want to work in the human resources field based on my experience that I already have before I graduate. It is measurable because I will apply before graduation and connect to employers throughout co-op and during the year to connect well. And I'll also track this on a spreadsheet, as I already do for my co-ops right now, all the details to make sure that I'm organized as well. This is attainable because I will have a future co-op in HR hopefully already, and I'll be able to meet people through that and through my human resources courses, for example, which I already have, and I've already met a lot of people through and made those connections for the future. And through student associations, last year was a human resources manager, and I'm now a human resources director on my student association. So I'm always meeting new people and always getting those connections. R for relevant is that it connects to my schooling. I'm minoring in human resources, so that's perfect. And I will get my designation in human resources once I graduate and am working, so that is perfect. T is for timely, so I know that I want to do this before I graduate, have it lined up for then, or after I graduate and pass the CHRL designation, because in case they don't hire me until I have that. So either way, one of those two. Lastly, what are 2 actions or strategies that I will take to help me achieve this goal? So the first one I came up with based on the content is professional identity when looking into jobs and using the career toolkit to make the best application I can to show myself off in the best way possible. So my professional identity, that would just be me developing it so that I am putting myself forward on a good foot, and then I will be building my career toolkit and using the skills that I've already made note of that I'll reference back to make sure that I'm being like writing my application well as well. And then also after this, I'll be able to network when I know my professional identity and when I have this kind of great application done, which will be in my schooling still. And then the second strategy that I've thought of is to have a mentorship experience within one of my human resources co-op positions, because that will help me learn even more and make those deeper connections and really just have those skills for the future, which I would want to do during summer jobs as part of this strategy, to be able to say that I've done that and show the skills that I've learned for when I'm applying to a job for post-grad. So yeah, that's kind of my second strategy, and I think it will help me learn a lot and connect back to a lot of things in this course as well. So yeah, I think that I'm on the right track already. I have some human resources positions under my belt, and I'm very glad for this course that has taught me so much. And I've just highlighted a little bit of how much I've learned. So thank you.